Welcome to Michael's online creative art tutorials. This video topic is on the title tonal drawing. By the end of the topic, I believe you should have been able to A. Define the term tonal drawing, B. Explain the following terms: light, shade, shadow, and silhouette. All these are associated with tonal drawing. C. You should be also able to describe the following shading techniques: hatching, cross-hatching, broken cross-hatching, pointillism, and woolly or blurring. So, what is tonal drawing? What is tonal drawing? Tonal drawing describes the movement of light on an object in a drawing, say from extreme light to extreme dark. When composers say a still life drawing, probably the artist has a basket of orange in front of him. Usually there is a light source, a window or a door through which the light comes in. A good artist should be observant enough to capture the subtle movement of light on the object of his composition. This movement is usually a graduation from light to darkness. Now, what is light in tonal drawing? Light describes that area on an object in a drawing which is directly facing the sunlight. Usually such areas are left the way they are. They are left as bright as they are. Now, what is shade in tonal drawing? What is shade in tonal drawing? Shade describes the area on a drawing which is away from the sunlight as opposed to light. It describes the area on an object in a drawing which is away from the sunlight. Such areas are usually dark. As an artist, the technique is to shade these areas with pencil, with whatever shading techniques he chooses. It should be noted that during shading, tonal graduation should be observed, showing how light gradually moves away from light to extreme darkness. Now, what is a shadow in drawing? A shadow is a dark shape cast on a lighter background from an object which is facing the sunlight. The presence of a shadow simply says that the object is blocking the rays of the sunlight from passing through. All objects cast shadows, even a fog, or smoke, or even a fire. What is a silhouette? A silhouette is a completely dark shape, the completely dark shape of an object, person, or thing cast against a lighter background. A silhouette is usually seen at night. Imagine someone is standing in darkness at night. You can see the person's solid shape, but you can't identify the person because the person is completely dark. That's what you're seeing is referred to as a silhouette. Now, what are the shading techniques? The shading techniques we'll look at is 1. Hatching, B. Cross-hatching, C. Broken cross-hatching, D. Woolly or blurring, and C. Pointillism. Now, what is hatching? Hatching in drawing is a use of long horizontal or vertical lines to shade. Long horizontal or vertical lines to shade. Now, 2. Cross-hatching. In cross-hatching, long horizontal and vertical lines are crossed over each other to shade objects in drawing. Broken cross-hatching. Now, in broken cross-hatching, little crosses are used to shade objects in a drawing. Tiny little crosses are used to shade objects. Now, what's woolly or blurring? What's woolly or blurring? Now, in woolly or blurring, a circular movement of the tip of the pencil is used to shade objects in drawing. You simply tip or lie the point of the pencil down and shade in a rather circular movement. 5. Pointillism. In pointillism, a series of continuous dots or points are used to shade objects in drawing. In all these techniques shown here, the method whereby you can show tonal graduation is to first use few dots as in pointillism, but as you gradually move further away from the light source, you increase the number of dots to make it even darker. Okay, so those are the major shading techniques we've looked at. Now, there are so many others, but we decided to simply focus on these few. The assignment, number one, describe a silhouette. Number 2, distinguish between shadow, shade in a drawing.